So I'm here today with Sue Ellen, founder and co-owner of Courtz LV.
Yes.
That place is special.
Yeah, it is.
How long have you been open?
We've been open since May 1st.
Okay,
Yeah,
May
not too long.
1st. So since it's new, I mean, Courtz kind of talks about what it is, but we're talking pickleball.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, so a lot of times I think people are like, why did you come up with the name Courtz? Like, is it tennis courts? Is it...
People still play tennis?
I like that question. Yeah. But honest to God, it's mostly because when a lot of people are looking up courts, the number one thing that they'll type in
Is Courtz?
Oh, yeah, where can I play on courts in Las Vegas? And so really it was more of a strategic move saying, okay, the number one thing I know people will Google will be courts. So let's call ourselves that. And even if we get the occasional person we have to turn down, I'd rather that than people trying to hunt for us.
Yeah, I mean, if they're calling about tennis, you could say, yeah. I mean, speaking of tennis, though, I saw on your social media you had a tennis superstar there.
Yeah, actually a couple. It's funny because I feel like Andre got a lot more, I guess we'll call it publicity, than his wife. But Steffi Graf has come in a number of times. Yeah, I think she kind of scoped the place out for him. And then after he ended up coming in. But yes, we've had a couple of really great stars come in.
I should do that with my wife. Go check out this place first. And if it's good, I'll show up. But I was on your Instagram because I'm in love with your place. And I saw Andre there just crushing the ball.
Yeah.
So I was like,
watching his backhand in the space, it's unreal. It is unreal. Yeah.
I mean, I just started playing. I've played like 4 or 5 times and I'm completely hooked.
Yeah.
But the backhand, I just can't get that down. And he was just crushing. I sounded bad. It's not called the ball?
No, it's pickleball.
So the ball is actually
the wiffle ball. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
I want to make sure because when we went to your place and we were filming, you mentioned 3.5 and I was trying to play cool like I knew what you were talking about because I already asked you, is it a racket or a paddle? So I just didn't want to sound completely like I don't know.
No, you're totally fine. So a lot of times I think people who come from, I guess if you look at it this way, there's always stats in any kind of sport that you're involved in. The real stat, I guess, is kind of like an indicator for pickleball is DUPR ratings right now.
DUPR?
Yeah. Okay. It's DUPR, and it's basically like how people are kind of gauging what level you are. Now, there's a lot of, I guess we'll call it heated conversations in the pickleball community about whether people want to use DUPR ratings or not.
Okay.
They have a lot of nuances to them that sometimes make people feel like, oh, I'm better than my DUPR, or sometimes maybe people are worse than their DUPR, but they played with the right partner, so it's a little bit higher. So the way that the rating system works, there's a lot of heated, I guess, conversations about it. But in my opinion, I think as long as we're on the same rating system, even if it's flawed, then I guess we're all flawed together, That's my kind of school of thought.
I'm new to it, so I took my whole team to play, and I just got addicted. So I think I've played probably about 4 or 5 times. And socially, everyone's been super sweet who you meet playing pickleball. But I feel like when we start getting ratings, it kind of gets a little like...
Yeah.
It switches
you get more into like the real competitive nature.
When does that happen?
Probably once someone... So like if you're a brand new beginner, you're basically a less than a 2.5 or you're unrated.
Okay.
Once you start to like know how to play and let's just call it kind of your beginner level, you're probably anything up to like a 3.0, 3.5.
What decides that?
And it's basically like, it's a very intricate scoring system, but it's like when you serve, how many times you miss the ball, how many times you can return the ball, like if you can do spin, back flicks, like ATPs, like around the posts, like, so they have all these kind of different metrics. And then really what I would say personally is like dependent upon your consistency with those is kind of what elevates you. Okay. And then once you get to a 5.0, you're considered a pro. So you're pro after 5.0. And then anything after that, the number one in the world is Ben Johns. He's a 7.1. And the number one woman in the world, I think she's a 6'3". It's Annalie Waters.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So there's not like somebody you go to who scores you?
Yeah. You can go to a coach, but most of the time it's like you play a game, you play with 3 other people who all have some type of rating.
Okay.
And then based on how you play against and with those people dictates what your rating is.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is very, very tricky.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, what did you guys think, though? I mean, obviously, I think it's such a growing sport. There's a lot of people that are coming into it that have never touched a paddle before, never been in a racket sport.
Yeah.
And they're realizing, like, it's actually, like, easy to get used to. It's fun, you know?
It's so much fun. And for me, now that I've played a lot, which I guess 5-6 times is a lot, probably not.
Yeah.
But now I kind of want to play with people who are good so I can get better.
Yeah.
But now, did I become that snobby person who's like, you know, I guess not your rating because I don't know ratings yet, but are you good? Are you decent?
Yeah.
Because this weekend I played with people who are pretty good, and it was just a lot of fun. I felt like
It's
I got
so fun.
better.
Yes, when you play against, so that's the really fun part about pickleball is that everyone wants to play up because when you play up, you can improve quickly, especially when you're very new to the sport. But then as time goes, the people who are higher up, they want to play with people who are higher up too.
So where do you go from there?
Exactly. That's kind of the exact thing. So what we do at our club is we allow basically 0.5 division open play sessions. So that, if you're a 3-0, you can play with up to 3 5s. If you're a 3-5, you can play up to 4-0, and so on and so forth. So it kind of gives people a little bit of wiggle room, but it still makes the games challenging. Because honestly, I've played people who are definitely a lower rating than me, but like they may have whooped my butt on a particular, game because I was just off or they were on or, any kind of, there's a whole series of factors, I guess. But yeah.
For me, the hardest thing to figure out is this scoring system. Like 0-0-2, but you're serving first. So why are you 2? You should be 1.
Yeah.
But the first time is 2, and once I get that down, that's gonna be a game changer.
Yes, I would agree.
But today I was at the chiropractor, and I was excited that I was gonna have you on the podcast. So I started talking to my chiropractor about pickleball. He's like, I was playing 3 days a week, and then it got heated because I said I was a 3-5, and they said I wasn't. And I'm like, how did you know 3-5? I'm like, before you guys, I never even heard of that. So he said it got competitive, and I'm like, this is completely opposite because I felt like community. Because the first time ever I played, some guy came on the court, started teaching us, doing all. I'm like, people thought I paid him to come help our team.
Teach you.
Yeah, because I came with my whole team. We came like 20 deep, so they thought I hired this guy. But
it depends on like really where you go. I mean, man, look at some communities out there like Colin Fuku from Fuku Burger. He goes over to Durango Hills every morning. He's picking up the trash. He helps people learn how to play. They have an incredible community of people. It's public courts. It's all totally free, but you've got amazing people out there. And I would say like a lot of the like local parks, Stonebridge, there's a guy at Stonebridge. Every morning he brings his own coffee cart.
Are you serious?
He's what inspired me to be like, we should have cold brew, like our cold brew crew in the mornings, because I was like, man, every morning he will go out there and he brings his little coffee cart and you can grab a cup of Joe and play pickleball. And I mean, it's just like, I think people are just so, we're kind of deprived sometimes of connection with people without technology. And the great thing about pickleball is that it gives people that ability to like put your phone down without telling other people. Right. Because there's no way you can text and play, you know? And so it really kind of gives you that human connection that I think a lot of people are searching for right now.
That's so awesome. But you did bring a little technology into it.
We did, yeah. I had to.
Tell everybody about that instant replay. That is so cool.
So, I mean, okay, so I was kind of on the hunt to be like, what could we do that would be different? Like, there's one, like, for me, and I've listened to Mark Cuban so much. Like, I listen to his master classes. I listen to everything that he kind of preaches. And one big thing I've learned is, like, if you're going to go into a space that's oversaturated, you have to disrupt it by differentiating yourself. And so in this particular instance, we felt like obviously there's so many pickleball courts. You can go play at the park, right? In my business plan, I was like, what would make us different? What's going to make people pay the prices that we're throwing up there, right? Yeah. And I think the big thing that I started looking into was like, well, in tennis, I think it's called the Eagle Eye or something like that. But it's basically, it will read the lines now. They don't even have line colors anymore. They just have this piece of technology. And I come from tech and tech background. I was in tech sales for years.
Okay.
And so I was like, man, I wonder if there's something like this for pickleball.
Genius.
And it was such a minute thing. Everyone else uses court reserve technology, and it's kind of a little nuanced. Like, it's not bad. It's just, it wasn't what I was looking for coming from tech. I was looking for a clean UI. I was looking for something that would really like blow people's socks off because we're on the west side. And so when I came across Pod Play, I was like, we've got to have this. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And so now seeing it in action where people, so it'll keep score. It like reads off the scoreboard.
How does it keep score?
So when you go to the back of each baseline, there's a white button on each side.
Okay.
And I'm forbidden to disclose what's coming next, but there is actually a really cool feature they're going to roll out here. I'd say hopefully in the next like six-ish months, where it's going to be even more innovative. But you're basically going to have some really cool abilities to keep score. And then awesome. It'll show it up on the scoreboard. And then if you ever want to dispute a particular, call, or you just want to watch a really cool playback, you can go up and you can either touch the iPad kiosk or you can press and hold the white buttons at the baseline, and it'll replay the last 30 seconds, minute. And then you can always purchase any of your full, hour sessions, 2-hour sessions. Oh, yeah. And now it's getting really cool. Like, 2-3 weeks ago, they rolled out like an AI update. So now through PB Vision, you can order your whole last hour. And then after you order it, there will be AI coaching analysis.
Come on.
It'll tell you like where all your balls hit, like if you need improvements on your serves, if your third shot drop is what the issue is. Like, it'll tell you all this really cool data stuff. So you get to nerd out if you're kind of geeky like I am.
That is super cool. If the score's up there, do I still have to learn and figure out the 1-1-2 or 0-1?
No, actually.
You have to say the score if it's up there?
You don't.
Even in the pro level?
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess really on the pro level, someone's keeping score for them. Most of the time, they'll have like somebody like commentating and it'll be all over the TVs and stuff.
Got it.
But I would say most of the time I keep just kind of like a mental note. But the thing I love about the TVs is it keeps track of the server. That's the hardest thing for me to remember is like, wait, is this the 1 or the 2? Like, did we already have one person serve or are you the second? Or so the cool thing is it keeps track of all that. So yeah, it's really nice.
That's some incredible technology. So was that kind of your inspiration opening the business? Was Mark Cuban and those?
So actually my inspiration was probably more so my baby. I think all my life I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I was 3 months postpartum.
Okay.
And I just thought, man, there's got to be more to life than working a 9-to-5. And I definitely want to build a legacy. And I think it was probably more around creating a really strong, tight-knit community of people. I think it was more of embedding myself in the community and kind of building roots somewhere for my family and hopefully for future generations. And I think that kind of, I guess you could say, helps me build the tenacity.
That's deep. I like it.
Yeah.
So you just decided after you had your baby, like I want to play pickleball?
Yeah. So I had played pickleball the entire time I was pregnant.
Really?
Yeah, pretty much up until I was 36 weeks. And then I was in a tournament with my husband and I pretty much couldn't even bend over and grab the ball anymore. I was like, I'm going to die.
That's amazing.
And so at that point I was like, all right, I'm tapped. I can't play any more pickleball. Like, this sucks. So I was going on walks. I was doing all kinds of stuff, waiting until I basically gave birth. After I gave birth, I needed time to recover and relax. Right. And then I guess you could say it was at that 3-month mark where I was like, all right, like I'm ready to lose, the weight from my pregnancy. I wanted to get fit again. I just wanted to be active and, also have a little outlet. And I was waking up a lot of nights every 2-3 hours. I was up.
Babies do that.
Yep, babies will do that too. And I had a lot of time to think. I had a lot of nights where I just couldn't go back to sleep. And
so that's when you were putting the business plan
together?
That
was what I was putting it together. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It was like something my mind, I just couldn't let go of it. I saw this vision. That's beautiful. And I saw this location and I just couldn't help myself.
Did you know it was going to be indoor and all that?
Yes, I did. Yeah. Okay. I knew it had to be indoor. Like, in my opinion, like, there's no indoor facility in the Summerlin area, and we're still currently the only one.
That's awesome.
And I would anticipate we're going to be the only one for quite some time.
Who's going to compete with you if they go in and check out that place?
Yeah.
They're going to say, we have no
thank
shot.
you.
Might as well come up with a different plan.
I appreciate that. Yeah. So I would say, honestly, like finding a flex space in Summerlin, the building was already pre-built, so it wasn't a 2-3 year run rate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in terms of capital, it's always easier to just flip a space that pre-exists rather than build that new.
Yeah.
And then my husband's in contracting, so he was able to kind of help me bring the vision to life.
Nice. What was the hardest part about getting it going?
God, you know what? It was a lot of times I listen to all these podcasts, and it always makes me laugh because you don't really hear, in my opinion, the full story of like how if you really come to something with just a vision, and maybe you have some money, but you don't, like, I'm not a millionaire.
Right.
Like, I don't have millions in the bank account, right? How am I going to bring this to fruition? And so I was constantly pitching to an investor, moving forward with red lines with the ownership group, pitching to another investor, going back with more red lines. And I mean, it was, 6-7 month process. And the time that we eventually had to go and actually sign on the dotted line and be like, okay, we're gonna commit to this location.
Right.
I actually still needed, I want to say it was about $400,000.
Wow. In
order to make it a reality.
Yeah.
And my husband was like, you are absolutely nuts. Like, you know, we put a lot into the business. And I was like, I just believe it. I think that if we move forward, we will have an opportunity where we can partner with some others. Right. And I think that someone will approach us. And I'm very fortunate. I have a very loving husband who was like, if you're this crazy, let's just do it. Like, what do we have to lose? And so we did. And then sure enough, literally 2-3 weeks later, I was still using my sales skills to be like, hey, if you know anybody, let them know. If you know anyone, let them know. We were a part of a similar circle over at the Stonebridge community. Someone let them know. We ended up meeting up, and it was like almost instantaneous. Like, it was a perfect partnership. Wow. We could not have dreamed of anything any better. And it was a perfect fit for them. It was a perfect fit for us, because we had turned down a couple of offers for someone to be more involved in the business at $500K. And we had 2 offers like that on the table. And I was like, my gut is just telling me,
like, it's not the right fit.
Yeah. I mean, it's like we're more ingrained sometimes than my marriage is. So it was definitely it was a huge leap of faith, but definitely the right call. Like, our partners, I now look back and think, wow, I initially needed the partnership for the money. But now I look and think, I don't think I would actually do it any other way. I think I would always retain the partnership for their skill sets, their partnerships, what they bring to the table. Like, they're amazing people. How
important is it to have a supportive spouse when you're trying to do this?
Yeah.
Because sometimes, my wife thinks I'm crazy and she'll be behind me, but it's like, if they were to fight you on it, I feel like you wouldn't be able to kind of bring that vision alive.
No way. I mean, so my husband and I, we've had like a wild life in the past 2 years. So we literally reunited, reconnected. We met in high school, went our own ways for years and years. Here in Vegas. Went our own ways for years and years. And then we both moved back same year. Within a month of both moving back, we were both single, and we went on a date. Within 6 months, we were pregnant. And within 2 years, we got married and started a business.
Oh my gosh.
So
this is a movie. Where did you guys move back from? You guys left the state?
So we both left the state. So I went to Texas for 8 years, and he went to New York.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we both came back. It was so wild. It's just like the craziest of scenarios. We were both in long-term relationships. But the reason I bring that up is I was with someone for 8 years. Great person. I won't say anything negative, but he just didn't have that like drive. Yeah. He didn't have the desire and the passion for business the way that I did.
And you do, so you need somebody.
Yep. Yeah. I knew in my next relationship, I'm going to find someone who's as driven to start something as I am.
And you found that.
And I absolutely found that. And I'm super grateful for that, because I would say I don't think I could do any of this without him, to answer your question.
How was Texas?
It was good. Yeah. Austin.
What'd you do in Texas?
I was in tech sales.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was at tech sales at Procore, actually. I saw them from 35, 36 employees until they went public.
Look at you.
Yeah.
It's crazy in life how the journey prepares us for where we're going to end up.
It is.
That's wild.
It's wild to like look back and be like, wow. Like it's so funny because I've done a lot of different things over the years. I was even like a police officer for 2 years.
What?
I left tech sales.
Where were you a police officer?
In Austin, Texas. Yeah. Yeah. But the biggest thing I learned.
They're making a movie about you for sure. You are so interesting.
But you know what's really crazy is that now it's like, oh my God, in owning a business, so much of it is security. There is so much involved with security.
Wow. So you had the tech side.
Yeah.
You learned. You had the.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So it was like, it was kind of, it literally, in my opinion, I always tell my husband there are no coincidences. Like it literally feels like to me, like everything, I couldn't have chosen a better path for my own life myself. Even though it felt like in my eyes, oh, I'm choosing all of these things. I feel like I had no direction, no certainty. And then one day it just kind of all came together.
What a beautiful story. Very inspiring too. And
thank you.
You know, having a daughter who's now working with me and got her license and does my social media, does real estate, all that.
Yeah.
Do you feel that was harder as a woman to do this, or do you think it was the same?
It's so funny. Yes and no.
Okay.
I would say yes in the sense that like when you're starting off, you just don't see many examples of it. And it's not that I don't think women wouldn't help or couldn't help. I think that sometimes we get so in the trenches of building what we're building, we forget to look back and like give to someone else.
Yeah.
But the second thing I would say to that is like, the reason I would say no is like, for example, I'm putting on a pickleball and Pilates event this Saturday.
Nice.
When I posted that, if it was just me, we probably, like many of our other events, it would take a lot more momentum, a lot of posting, a lot of socials, newsletters, things of that sort. We posted 40 spots. I had a local business owner, Jane Miller. She like got behind me. Sarah, she's locally in business. She got behind me. They sent it to all of their friends and they were like, sign up for this. We had literally 40 spots filled within 48 hours.
Wow.
A month before the event took place. And then we opened it up more and now it's booked fully again. And so I would say like, I think maybe getting it off the ground, perhaps I could say a little bit more difficult being a woman in business where you're kind of, you don't see many examples of what it looks like and how they really got to that place of success. But then I would say once you do, they kind of make themselves known to you because a lot of those women tend to be very humble. I didn't know they owned businesses, didn't know they had built those things from the ground up. So then in finding out that they did, I was like, oh my goodness, you know, and now like, a lot of it, they mentor me, they give me advice,
so cool.
You know, and I would say that has definitely helped my business in more ways than I can count.
Well, now you can be an inspirational role model for my daughter.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
That's super cool. I asked you how's Texas because I wanted you to say bad because we have a second house out there. We have our cows out there. We have our farm here, but in Texas we have our cows.
Very cool.
And my wife's harassing me to move there.
Really?
So, every day. So it's a small town. We got our cows. So I wanted you to say
what part of Texas
is horrible and don't move. It's in East Texas.
Okay.
Close to Tyler, about an hour and a half east of Dallas.
Okay, nice.
But she probably doesn't listen, so I'll just tell her you said it wasn't good.
There you go.
I want to stay here. I built my business the last 23 years.
Yeah.
I have 2 parties for my clients every year. We have a couple hundred people there, so it's like to start over. I like it here.
It would be a huge start over. I mean, here's what I can say in terms of like pros and cons is like Dallas is probably the closest of the towns to Vegas in terms of just like
things to do.
Overall bouginess. Like, you know, when I moved to Austin, I thought, oh, you know, I just want to wear jeans everywhere kind of girl. And then after wearing jeans for a lot of years, I was like, I'm just so ready to get dressed up and go to Vegas. So I do love like, oh man, the food in Vegas, top tier. I mean,
people don't realize that. Every time we go there, you know, I'm like, man, people don't realize the food in Vegas is incredible.
It's incredible. Like, here's the thing. You get like top tier Tex-Mex in Texas.
Right.
But anything else, it's definitely, it definitely takes second at least to Vegas. Cause like, I mean, here it's like, I mean, there's so much great food and great diversity and, you know, that would be a tough decision.
If people are listening to this and thinking about moving to Vegas, sell them on Vegas.
On
Besides
Vegas?
your gorgeous facility.
Yeah.
What's another reason to move here?
Oh man, I would say the people, actually, the community. A lot of times people think, oh, Vegas is transient, or, oh, it's, it's such a big town. Where would I start? Where would I meet people? It is such a small town feel for being a big city vibe.
Right.
And I think that's what I love is that like, oh man, now I can barely go to the grocery store without bumping into somebody I know. And I love that part of it. But at the same time, it's big enough that like not everybody's in my business all the time because I come from a small farm in Missouri.
Do you really?
Yes, I do. So literally, like if you're familiar with Missouri, there's a little town called Rolla.
Okay.
Right next to it. Not even that town, but right next to it, there's a little tiny city called St. James.
Okay.
And that is where I was pretty much born and raised for 13 years.
So you guys had livestock, animals?
We did, yeah. We had 2 horses. I had a pet duck growing up.
Okay.
Yeah, we had some stuff out there. But honestly, like, in my opinion, even my dad's out here now. Like, he loves, he still loves all that stuff. He goes and volunteers at, what is that ranch that's here in Vegas? There's a ranch here in Vegas that is a full nonprofit run by Sydney. It's a phenomenal.
It'll come to me in a second because we have a magnet from them from our barn.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, I mean, we have horses. We're in Vegas, so you can have that too.
You can have it. That's why I would say like Vegas is just such a great city. And honestly, there's really something for everyone. There's a part of town for everybody. There's a really great community here. And no matter what kind of your beliefs are, I would say there's a lot of people who are really accepting. Like I haven't run into as many, I guess, extremists here as I feel like I've run into. Like I've lived in California, I've lived in Texas, I've lived in complete opposite spectrums at times. And the thing I love about Vegas is that like
we just chill.
Just be a Golden Knights fan and you're fine,
Just like Golden Knights and get into pickleball.
Exactly. There you go.
We're just chill.
That's all you need. We're very relaxed. So, yeah.
So what do you think of the pickleball community here? Do we have enough courts now? Is there?
Yeah. You know what's funny is like, do you see all the courts going in on the east side in Henderson? We've got, so what's interesting is like, if we pretty much take Las Vegas proper, we've got like the Cosmopolitan and the Plaza. Okay. And that's what we have. If you go on the flip side over to Henderson, we've got now the Pickler, Chicken and Pickle. Dill Dinkers just came in. There's a new place called the Dinker. There's the Pickleball Universe. They've got a lot of locations. Here on the west side, the very interesting thing is like, it's just us. I think there is another one, Mr. Pickleball, that's kind of like maybe middle of Vegas, like off Rainbow. There's Vegas Indoor Pickleball. So in my opinion, if you had to ask me, I'd be like, we have so many pickleball courts now. I really think we're good. Now, if you ask somebody on the northwest side of town, they might beg to differ. I think they would love an indoor facility for their part of town, but I don't know if
that's why I asked, because when I took the team to Chicken and Pickle, I was like, this is really far from me.
Yes.
And then when you opened up your place, I'm like, now we're talking.
Yeah.
We're talking. So how does it work with your place? Can somebody just show up and play? Do they need a membership? How does it all work?
Yeah, so
I'm mainly asking for me. But.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. So if somebody is just like, where you come in and you're not a member, you can always just drop in our open play session. Okay. So it just costs $30 for 2 hours and you can come play with people. And it's really fun.
It's a great price.
So that's exactly like for the Summerlin side, there's really not much you can do for $30 for 2 hours. In Summerlin for recreation, like even now to go bowling, it's like
is that per person? If we're coming per person with 4 people, okay.
Yep. Cool. And then if you decide that you would like to just book your own court, like if you come with 3 other people and you're like, hey, we just want to book a court, it's $64, and that's everybody included.
For the whole court?
Yep, for the whole court.
And that's an hour?
And that's per hour. That's correct. Yep.
Nice.
So like there's a couple of different ways to go about it, but then at some point if you guys were like, oh man, Sue, we just love this place, we want to come be here all the time.
Yes, I felt that way.
I'd be like, well, get one of our awesome memberships.
Okay, how does that work?
So we just unlocked a couple new memberships actually, because a lot of people, we were doing everything on like you got to be a member and then you get all these discounts for being a member.
Okay.
So what we changed in it is like some people just want to come and they're like, we just want to literally play open play all the time, meaning they play with different people. because they love the social nature of the sport. So it's kind of considered like a paddle up, which is why we called it the paddle up membership. So you pay $140 a month and you can literally come anytime you want and paddle up and play with other people. So it's kind of the joy of being social. Then we have an unlimited everything tier. So the unlimited everything is literally you can take our clinics, which is held by a lot of our senior pros. We have 6 senior pros that are on our kind of roster for coaches. And then we've got, you get unlimited court reservations, pretty much unlimited open play time, unlimited social events, you name it, you get included to it, and it's $3.99 a month.
Now, if you have that membership and then you bring 3 people with you, how does that work?
Yeah, so if you have the unlimited membership and then you bring 3 people, they just pay the day pass for being a non-member, which is $10 each.
Nice.
Yeah.
These prices sound even better when it's $115 outside.
Yeah. That's definitely it. That's part of the business model, I guess you could say, is that, I mean, you don't really have a business unless people are driven indoors.
Right.
And we know that, like, whether it's, a lot of people think about summertime, which is so funny to me, but we have just as much, in my opinion, need for the winters. Like, we get so used to a sustained hot.
It gets windy here
yes,
too.
It gets windy. It starts to rain around October. Yeah. And then December, January, February, it's so cold. You won't find anybody over there playing at sunset, you know? So I would say those are all really cool perks I would argue too, is whether it's hot, cold.
Yeah, all year round.
Yep.
We went this weekend and we were playing with some friends from work, and around 9 o'clock, the lights started flashing in Sky Canyon on their courts over there, and you had to hit the button. But then the marshal came if you're there past 9:30.
Yeah.
So, you know, you want to play longer, you're having a good time, you're kind of stuck.
Yep.
With you guys, what time do you guys close?
Yeah, so we're actually 24/7, 365. So we are always open, which to that point, so there have been so many nights, my husband and I, when we were even setting this place up, we were over at Sunset Park, and we'd be there on, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night till 11 p.m. And there would be packed courts across the whole place. I mean, all 24 courts down at Sunset Park.
Wow.
And the lights would go out and everybody would be like, oh man, like, I just want to finish this one point, just one more.
Right.
And I think like that's kind of the mentality, is like, just one more point.
Is that where you came up with the 24/7?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So that was part of it. And another huge part was like, man, being postpartum, I wanted some place to go and play at night. I was like, man, I couldn't fall asleep. Like, let me go drill at 3 a.m. Let me go get a workout in, like, kind of bring that 24/7 life vibe back to Vegas a little bit that I think we lost post-COVID.
Are you playing with the baby like in a I don't know what it's
I
called,
probably shouldn't even say that.
Yeah, don't answer that question. Yeah, you don't want to shake a baby. So
yeah, exactly.
Forget I asked that. Let's talk about something more serious right now.
Yeah.
What's your ranking?
Oh, that's funny. I'm a 3.6.
Ooh.
Yeah, so now they have these cool things on there where you can see like if someone's like all-time high. So at one point I was like a 3.7 something.
How do you go backwards?
You go backwards, so you can always go backwards.
When you own a business and you don't get to play because you're...
Pretty much. Well, actually, so my husband and I, there's a PPA tournament that came in, which is like where all the pros play.
Okay.
And you can play it as an amateur and you can like join certain rankings. So we joined the 3.5 at the time, thinking like, okay, great, this is perfect. We're not sandbagging.
Right.
So many other people sandbagged. It just wrecked my DUPR because they were just destroying us out there. So I just realized very quickly, I'm like, well, I might be a 3.6 on paper, but I guess we'll see if I can sustain that. So I would say like lately I've been taking a lot more clinics with our pros, and I'm excited to probably redo it, because I think if I redid it, I'd probably be closer to like a 3.8, 3.9, but I guess don't ask my husband.
You don't redo it by somebody watching you. It's you calculating it on yourself?
No. So the way that it works is like I would have to play with like 3 other people who are all also DUPR rated.
So they would have to sign off on it?
Yep. And then we all submit the scores.
What?
Notarized.
Oh my goodness.
I wouldn't say it's notarized yet, but
we're getting there the way you're talking.
It's pretty darn close.
What is your husband's ranking?
He's the 3. Actually, he would laugh at this. He's like, I tell him he's the 3.5 at best, but he's a 3.7 something. He's like a 3.76, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, he came from tennis.
Okay.
I think arguably he's probably a little bit better than that, but hopefully he doesn't listen to this.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he's probably like 3.940 for sure. Yeah. He plays pretty well.
Why are people sandbagging? Is this supposed to be a social, like, fun thing?
It's honestly
trying to ruin it or what?
I think some people like really want to increase. They really want to get their DUPR up there. And I'm not 100% sure, like, as a rec player, like, I love that I'm a 3.6. I have not sandbagged. I have not hacked the system even a little bit to get that 3.6. If anything, the reason mine's gone down is because I'll play with other new people in our club who want to get their DUPRs. And then even if it makes mine go down, like, I'm not that crazy about it. But I mean, because at the end of the day, either you can play well or you can't. You know, that's what I think it comes down to. And I just like knowing that I'll always have something to improve upon. The likelihood of me going pro at this point is probably 0% because I'm well past these young kids. I mean, like Annalie Waters, she started at 14. She's 18, 19 now. She's number 1 in the world. I think she's got like 200 consecutive wins, number ones under her belt.
That's wild.
Like, I'm not going to compete with that at 31, 32. Like, that's
playing
crazy.
By yourself or playing doubles?
So both. When she plays doubles, so I think playing by herself, I don't think she's lost in like 200 times. That's like her singles record. Her doubles record, I mean, it's very, very infrequent that she'll lose. In women's doubles, I think she's lost like 1 time in the last year.
That's wild.
In mixed doubles, which is like male and female playing others, maybe 2.
That's wild.
2 times that I can think of. But I mean, she's a powerhouse.
I haven't even attempted the rules on singles.
Yeah, no, same. Singles is like a different game, but like you'll get a crazy workout. Like the workouts are insane because you're just sprinting back and forth. Like especially if you play somebody who can like angle the balls. Yeah.
After last weekend, like I felt muscles I've never felt before. So playing doubles, so I can't imagine playing singles, but the place is open 24 hours.
Yeah.
We tell people about the pickle jar.
Yes. Oh, yeah. So our pickle jar is like our little AI mini mart, like snack shop. So you can go in there, you can like scan or touch to pay and tap to pay. And you can open the door. The AI will see whatever it is that you grab and recognize it and then charge you accordingly. And we've also got like the coffee station set up there now. We've got a microwave in case somebody wants to heat up their own lunch, things of that sort. And we just kind of want it to be like a little second home for people.
That's awesome. So you also have a shop there where people can buy balls, paddles, all that good stuff?
Yeah, so we've got a pro shop. So in town, there's a few places where you can go buy things. It's like Game Set Match and Goat Pickleball, and I think there's other miscellaneous ones like Pickleball Central. But the only one in town where you can go and get exclusive pickleball stuff is Goat. Okay. And so I had reached out to Evan, the owner of Goat Pickleball, and I was like, I want to partner with you. And to my amazement, he was like, yeah, you and everybody else starting pickleball places. And it's true because he is so locked on. But
once he saw your place, he's probably like, let's do this.
Yeah, I think like at that point he was like pretty stoked. Deal. Yeah, he was like a great partner to me throughout the whole process of me. Like before I'd signed the lease, he was like, you know, and I told him, I was like, no, I don't want to waste your time. Don't see it yet. Don't see it yet until we sign it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I wouldn't even let him go into the place until I had signed the lease.
That's funny.
So, yeah.
Paddle or racket?
Paddle.
Okay.
Yes. So we sell paddles in there. We sell like
will it make me better if I buy a really expensive one? Because right now my DUPR is like minus 3.6. So
that's funny.
Will that make a difference?
You know what? Honestly,
put a little spin on it.
Sometimes it does. Okay, you know, I used to have one of the like really cheapo ones from Target,
right?
Where I just went and got a paddle.
Yeah.
And oh my God, I didn't realize how much my game improved when I got an actually legit.
If somebody sees these Target or Walmart or Amazon ones, they're probably you don't have a DUPR, right? They're looking at them
probably
right away,
not.
like
Yeah.
Give them a side eye. You can't play with me.
Yes.
Before we go, what advice would you give to somebody who wants to open up their own business?
Yeah, advice. Oh man, I would just be like, be open-minded, look for opportunity in everything. And I think a lot of people out there are very anti-partnerships. I actually don't. I disagree with that. Yeah. I would say actually find someone who complements your skill set well and lean into it.
Great advice.
Yeah.
Give us all the socials, the websites. Where can everybody find all the good info?
Yeah, you can find us at www.courtzlv.com.
Okay.
And then you can also find us at the Courtz LV on Instagram, the Courtz LV on TikTok, and same on Facebook.
That's where I saw Andre on Instagram. So thank you for your time. Your place is absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
And I will be getting a membership.
Oh, thank you. Awesome. Appreciate it.